Very good afternoon, students. I hope my voice is audible as
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
good afternoon. Today, after my lecture, within an hour, I would be sharing one file regarding your lab performances individually. That performance is totally based on your presence in the labs, your performance in the labs, and your active presence in the lab. Some shocking statistics have come across me that is not at all acceptable. So I would be sharing the same with you all. Let us proceed further. Uh, Today we were discussing yesterday in our yesterday's lecture, we were discussing about 565 PLL application. The first application that we discussed was frequency multiplier circuit, where in input we are having one cycle and in the output, once the frequency is divided, we are able to get 5 cycles out of one cycle. That screen is visible to you, I hope so. And that is what is being reflected in the graph also. Can I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once we talk about F out, we know that F out is equal to 5 of F in. That is 5 times multiplied by F in. That we have written yesterday because N is equal to 5. So it is performed by a 4-bit binary counter. So F out, if I want to calculate by varying R1 in the circuit, F out can be between 1.5 kilohertz to 15 kilohertz. And F in should definitely be in the range of 300 hertz to 3 kilohertz. So accordingly, this is the graph for the same. Proceeding further, in this particular application of 565 IC, the next application is FSK circuit. I request everyone to kindly draw the diagram so that I can proceed further. Once you draw the diagram, please do let me know. What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? That I will dictate you. Antara, enrollment number 17. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
बेटा आप B11 बैच में हैं.
Yes, sir.
किस दिन आता है आपका टर्न बेटा, ट्यूसडे या थर्सडे?
For ACD lab,
यहाँ सर. हाँ मैम,
Saturday.
सैटरडे को आता है. ओके. तो ऐसा कुछ हुआ क्या कि कुछ सैटरडेज को आपको यानी कि लेक्चर्स या लैब्स नहीं हुई?
हाँ सर, दो बार लैब्स नहीं हुई थी एग्जाम से पहले.
हाँ, सो आउट ऑफ Hello, am I audible or not? Please respond. Hello, student.
Audible, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
हाँ, अंतरा क्या हुआ बेटा?
यस सर।
हाँ बेटा, क्या हुआ? कितने टर्न्स हुए थे अभी तक?
अभी तक एग्जाम के पहले वाले 2 लैब्स नहीं हुए थे।
ओके। और उसके बाद?
उसके बाद लास्ट सैटरडे आल्सो आई थिंक नो लैब वाज देयर। मैं नहीं गई थी लैब में।
हाँ, क्योंकि आपका मिड सेमेस्टर एग्जाम था ना बेटा, वो मैं समझ सकता हूँ, दैट इज फाइन। पर मैं क्या पूछ रहा हूँ, अप्रोक्सीमेटली सर ने आपको 6 to 7 एक्सपेरिमेंट्स तो करवाए ना?
यस सर।
हाँ, ओके, फाइन। हेत, एम आई ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ओके। So we were discussing about 565 PLL application, and one of the application was FSK. So in FSK mode, what we are dealing with over here presently is this thing, that is, we are having input, and in this input, we are having the first block as FSK generator. First block as FSK generator. I hope my voice is audible to all of you. The first block that you have drawn is a FSK generator. The second block, that is a AM/FM generator, and in between first block and second block, we are having a frequency range of 1070 to 1270 hertz. I repeat, we are having a frequency range of 1070 to 1270 hertz. Okay. Dear students, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at point number 3, we are having antenna or the transmitter part. At point number 3, we are having antenna or transmitter part. Okay. Now, if we go for the next part, then as we can see in the diagram, we are having few things that we need to analyze. In the fourth part over here in the circuit represents the fourth part over here in the circuit represents digital serial data at 150 hertz. I repeat, digital serial data at 150 hertz. The fifth part is AM/FM receiver. The fifth block is AM/FM receiver. Next is FSK demodulator. Next is FSK demodulator. And at the last, we are having receiver output digital serial data at 150 hertz again. Digital output at 150 hertz again. Now, proceeding further, if we analyze, then we are having a binary data code. Please note down few points about it. Please note down few points about it. The binary data or the code is transmitted by means of carrier frequency. by means of carrier frequency that is shifted between two present frequencies. That is shifted between two present frequencies. So it is said as frequency shift keying. So it is said as frequency shift keying. Now, if we talk about 565 PLL application, then in the next point, we are having FSK demodulator. We are having FSK demodulator. In it, the frequency shift keying, is done by driving a VCO with binary data signal. Is done by driving a VCO with binary data signal. So that the two resulting frequencies I hope my screen is visible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that the two resulting frequency correspond to logic 0 and logic 1. Logic 0 and logic 1. Logic 0 is marked and logic 1 is space state. Logic 1 is marked and logic 1 is space state. Okay. So now we proceed for principle of operation. Please note down, when input is logic 1, Q1 is off. When input is logic 1, Q1 is off. 555 timer, second point. Guys, let me know when my voice or screen is not visible or audible, please. Second point.
Okay, sir.
Second point is 555 timer works in normal mode. 555 timer works in normal mode as a astable multivibrator. Third point, capacitor C charges through RA and RB. Capacitor C charges through RA and RB to 2/3 VCC. 2/3 VCC. Similarly, capacitor C discharges through RB. Similarly, capacitor C discharges through RB to 1/3 VCC. To 1/3 VCC. As you can see, I have written a formula that is F naught is equal to, that is F naught is equal to 1.45 divided by 1.45 divided by RA plus 2RB bracket C. RA plus 2RB in brackets multiplied by C in denominator. Remember, F naught is known as the mark frequency. F naught is known as the mark frequency. We have also performed the experiments up till now in 555 timer as a astable or as a monostable multivibrator, where we have seen that the values of RA, RB, and C can be selected. On the other hand, when input is having logic 0, that means Q1 is in on condition. I repeat, when input is having logic 0, that means Q1 is in on condition, which is known as saturated mode. RC is connected to RA. RC is connected to RA. So charging of capacitor decreases and frequency output increases. Charging of capacitor C decreases and frequency output increases. F naught is equal to 1.45 divided by RA parallel RC plus 2RB multiplied by C. The second formula that is written in the PDF file shared with you. Please note down its value is 1270 Hertz. That means PSK signal shift is between 1070 to 1270 Hertz. So total frequency shift કેટલી થઈ? 200 Hertz ની થઈ, 200 Hertz ની frequency shift થઈ છે. So FSK signal shift is from 1070 to 1270 Hertz. So total shifting is of 200 Hertz. Output of 555 timer FSK generator is applied to 565 FSK demodulator. The circuit of generator is shown over here on the screen. You may draw it, you may ignore it. It is just for your knowledge that how 555 timer and 565 are correlated or how they are interrelated with each other. Fine, guys. Hello, students.
Yes, sir.
So hereby I complete unit number 5, and now I'm going to start with unit number 6, that is active and passive filters. It is most important unit of operational amplifiers, and how we are going to start with it. So just wait for a minute till I complete my task. Okay, guys. Now we will start with active filters. Now we are going to start with active filters. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So guys,
Yes, sir.
the most important unit of operational amplifier part, that is active filters. Basically, up till now in control systems or in signal systems, you might have read the topic of filters. Filtering basically means avoiding, removing, or filtering out certain frequency signals from the main source of signals. That is a general idea about filtering. Now, broadly speaking, whenever a signal is processed for a specific application, it will have a number of unwanted signals of different frequencies. We require certain band of frequencies to operate a particular system. So those unwanted different frequency signals we do not want. And for this particular purpose, we either want to remove them or omit them or ignore them. So for that particular purpose, we are using filtering technique. This filtering technique, it is basically required either to eliminate, to minimize these signals. And this whole method is known as filtering. This whole method is known as filtering. It is broadly classified in three different characteristic levels. First is analog filters or digital filters. Second is active filters or passive filters. And the third one is audio filters or radio filters. In case of audio or radio filters, I have written certain passive elements in bracket. For example, whenever we talk about audio filters, we talk about the combination of R and C. Similarly, in case of radio filters, we basically talk about the combination of L and C. In case of analog filters, input and output both are analog in nature. Same is the case in case of digital filters, both the outputs are in digital format. So to start with various types of filters, let us begin the four basic categories of filters. That is low pass filters, high pass filters, band pass filters, and band reject filters. I'm going to start with the very first one, that is low pass filters. To begin with low pass filters, I would like to start with that whenever we say passive filters, R, L, and C are at input. Efficiency is decreasing, frequency response is not sharp. Whereas whenever we talk about active filters, R, L, and C are at input along with op-amp, and we are having sharp frequency response. As we talk, guys, about passive filters, in case of passive filters that you have studied in circuits and networks or in control systems where there is a combination of R and C. But here, if we talk about active filters, then you will come across op-amp, a new term. So along with op-amp, a RC network is there that we are analyzing. And that, for that, we can say that the frequency response is also very, very sharp. To begin with low pass filters, let us start with a circuit that has a constant output voltage from DC up to a particular point, that is FC. Can you see the graph? Dear students, can you see the graph?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you drawn the graph?
No, sir.
Okay. So first of all, I would request everyone to kindly draw all the four figures so that I can proceed further. Once you have drawn all the four figures, please do let me know. Hello students, have you drawn the graph?
1 minute, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Okay. So basically પહેલા હું ગ્રાફ એક્સપ્લેન કરી દઉં છું તમને LPF અને પછી ધીમે ધીમે આપણે બાકી બધા વસ્તુઓ એક્સપ્લેન કરીશું. In LPF, that is low pass filter, you can see that there on x-axis we are having frequency and on y-axis we are having output voltage absolute value. I repeat, we are having absolute value of output voltage, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Away from 0 to FC. From 0 to FC. First of all, what is FC? FC is known as cutoff frequency. FC is known as cutoff frequency. So whichever are the frequency levels that are lying from 0 till FC. I repeat, frequency levels that are lying between 0 and FC are known as pass bands. That is, those frequencies which are falling under this range from 0 to FC are known as pass band frequencies, and others are known as stop band frequencies. Now you can see that I have drawn two lines. One is a solid line at FC and one is a dashed line. Can you see that thing, beta?
Yes, sir.
This
Yes, sir.
dashed line is nothing but practical value, and the solid line represents the ideal value. The solid line represents the ideal value and the dashed line represents the practical value. So what happens is, a circuit that has a constant output voltage from 0, that is from DC, up to FC, which is known as the cutoff frequency level, is known as low pass filter. As the frequency increases, I repeat, as the frequency increase above FC, output voltage is decreasing. Output voltage is decreasing. The solid line represents the ideal response. I repeat, solid line represents the ideal response, and dashed line represents practical response. Dashed line represents the practical response. Okay. Can I proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Now, range of frequency transmitted. Range of frequency transmitted is known as pass band, whereas range of frequencies attenuated is known as stop band. Okay. Now, next point is FC, that is the cutoff frequency, is called 0.707 gain with minus 3 dB frequency as a carrier frequency. So FC is known as 0.707 gain with minus 3 dB frequency. Okay. And this carrier frequency, or which is also known as breakover frequency, which is also known as breakover frequency. Fine. Now, if we talk about the second graph, which I have marked as number 2, commonly known as HPF, so that is known as high pass filter. I repeat, it is known as high pass filter. Now, as you can see, this graph of high pass filter is totally opposite of low pass filter. That is, all the frequency ranges above FC pass through it, where below FC are totally rejected. Can you understand the graph now? Dear students,
Yes,
can you
sir.
understand now? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now, similarly, if I talk about the third one, that is band pass filter, then we can say that there are two ranges, F1 and F2, or FL and FH. That is lower frequency cutoff and higher frequency cutoff. So those frequency ranges which are lying between FL and FH, they would be allowed to pass through it, and rest all would be rejected. That is why it is known as band pass filter. And number 4 is reverse of number 3, that is band reject filter. Guys, ख्याल आई गयो? Should I repeat it again? Is it understood?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
ના, no સાના માટે હતો ને
Yes,
yes
sir.
સાના મોહસિન.
No, not to repeat, sir. Understood.
Okay, thank you. Thank you બેટા. ચલો, હવે આપણે આગળ કામ કરીએ. So we will start with the very basics, which is known as first order, low pass Butterworth filter. First order low pass Butterworth filter. તમને બધાને સ્ક્રીન દેખાય છે એવું માનું છું. So I request all of you to kindly draw the circuit diagram. સર્કિટ ડાયાગ્રામ શું છે, કેવી રીતે આવ્યો છે, એ હું તમને બધું એક્સપ્લેન કરીશ. પહેલા સર્કિટ ડાયાગ્રામ ડ્રો કરી લો.
सर सर्किट डायग्राम नहीं देखा तो
બેટા ઓપેમ નથી દેખાતો?
नाउ सर विजिबल Done, sir.
Okay. एक ज मिनट हाँ ऋषि, just wait. First of all, guys, this is a first order low pass filter and the category is Butterworth. The category is Butterworth filter. So filtering is done using the RC network. Filtering is done using the RC network. Op-amp is a unity gain amplifier circuit where RF is equal to capital R. This capital R is nothing but the same value which is being provided along with V in. So at DC, the capacitive reactance is infinite. At DC, the capacitive reactance is infinite and the DC resistance path to ground for both input terminals are equal. DC resistance path to ground for both input terminals are equal. So VID is equal to 0. So VID is equal to 0. That means, see, you already know the concept of virtual ground, right? In this virtual ground concept, we understand that for both the nodes, it's a equipotential case. So VID is equal to 0. If I say VID is equal to 0, that means V1 is equal to V2. Guys, are you able to listen to me?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hence, we say that voltage passing through this capacitor C is nothing but V0. Voltage passing through this capacitor C is nothing but output voltage V0. Because V in divides between R and C. The input voltage is divided between R and C. Circuit is voltage follower circuit. So voltage is at non-inverting terminal passing through R and C. There is nothing at V2 and V1 is equal to V2. So voltage is at non-inverting terminal. Hence we can say that V1 it is equal to minus JXC divided by R minus JXC multiplied by V in. ફોર્મ્યુલા તમને દેખાતી હશે, લખેલી છે સ્ક્રીન ઉપર દેખાય છે ને?
Sir, ખાલી open
Yes, sir.
ऋषि बेटा દેખાય છે?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So guys, we were talking about voltage at non-inverting terminal, where we say that V1 it is equal to minus JXC divided by R minus JXC multiplied by V in. Okay. Now, the difference in the voltage between pin number 2 and pin number 3, that is VID, is basically 0. So voltage at C is nothing but the output voltage, because this is a voltage follower circuit now. So if it is a output voltage, તો આપણે શું કરી શકીએ? We know that minus JXC is nothing but 1 upon J 2 pi F into C. Okay, J એટલે iota imaginary part છે. So આપણા V1 calculate કરવા જઈએ તો we can say that V1 it is equal to V in divided by 1 plus J 2 pi FRC. Correct? દેખાય છે સ્ક્રીન? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So V1 is equal to V in divided by 1 plus J 2 pi FRC. Okay, guys. Non-inverting output gain. Non-inverting output gain. Calculate करिए छे. So V0 it is equal to 1 plus RF upon R1 multiplied by V1. this 1 plus Rf upon R1 comes into picture because we are talking about non-inverting circuit. I repeat, we are talking about non-inverting circuit. And what is the value of V1? That we have taken from the above equation and written over here. Clear? So now we will stop over here. We will calculate the closed loop gain in our next lecture, that is on Saturday, that is tomorrow. Till then, if you are having any doubts or if you are having any queries, please do let me know. Guys, okay, so that's all for today's lecture. Thank you. You may leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.